Dear friend, we thought we'd keep this Grey Zone project as a secret until March 24th or much later this year. But it seems like the bots, Google indexing, and global lurkers already closely followed up with our great work. So I guess we will have an early coming out, maybe, since we are at our Grey Zone vulnerable state. We try to do everything carefully to comply with the law and minimum ethical requirements for the project. So here we go. Yep. We made it, and it has been official now. From January 4th, 2026, up until now, we have been testing the project as part of the research. The CSPC icon design was initiated using an old nostalgic icon of ours on January 4th, 2026. January 4th, 2022, was the date we restored our art and music projects on a snowy day, and this memory guided the beginning of the design. A Sepolia testnet version of our token, CSPCT, was successfully deployed on January 6, 2026. The finalized version of CuteSweetPopCoin, CSPC, was successfully deployed on January 7, 2026. We will skip some details. To summarize, after the Sepolia testing mode, we did something so stupid, which we will transparently record with all our thought processes. Remember, we built this token to protect our universe from dictatorship, and all our true value relies on mental wealth and spiritual resiliency. If anyone sees materialistic value, then they will always be outsiders. Though in a decentralized world we will involuntarily have to incorporate materialistic value. The first project almost failed because we couldn't get our code verified after deploying 911,104,320 for CSPC. This happened because we embedded a manifesto inside our code, and every single detail had to match the original without any single thing removed. So we kind of lost our old original data files. Then we created a testing token on the mainnet, which was 311,324 tokens, and after learning about all the errors and mistakes, we immediately burned all of them to protect our original project. Eventually, the original was able to get verified and became totally immutable. We wasted so much money on this, but it was worth every single penny. Stress, fear, and paranoia. Now, our CSPC has two shadow twins, one test mode in Sepolia, which has 0 value, and one totally burned 311,324 deployment batch, now as its ghost twin. That's our initial transparent law, not just a short-lived meme, but our tokenomic becomes the world's first project that is built on conceptual value. Built by a true psychopath who can measure other functional psychopaths' values, such as Hector Berlioz's Symphony Fantastique, Dante's drawings, Liszt, Scriabin, Daigai cartoon, and Murawski Shikibu types of extreme individualism.
In addition, our universe will always preserve true indie individualism, and our mental wealth does not rely on theatrical performative professionalism, data analysis, financial actors, nor political populism. Our mental wealth relies on the curation of those who made 1 in a million choices in order to create our 1 in a billion aestheticism. To resist cultural and spiritual dictatorship, we join the visionaries like Vitalik to create a truly free space for innovators who are not harmful to others. A little bit weird, maybe. However, in contrast to a decentralized platform, we are aiming for polycentrism, where clustered algorithms and values exist beyond any social or economic labels or bonds. For example, those professors, friends, indie artists, or even that one particular Avant Namenlo style we are lurking on, even though they were not in the blockchain system, they will always be part of our intangible mental wealth, which we legally and ethically steal from. Meanwhile, to create a functional conceptual value to overwrite materialistic value, we came up with our 11 pillar projects, which we will keep secret for now. Those numbers are not just random art, but prophecy mixed with several layers of meanings, modeled on our 11 special holidays of our universe. March 24th, taken from Palm Sunday of 2024, became our new Genesis Day. Anyways, let's stop for now. We will share with you our white paper version 0 as follows.
Manifesto. Hey, my name is Gav.Khugzhem G.U.Taka, my artist name. I am an indie composer, and I occasionally do indie art and indie dev. Our universe starts on whimsical squirreling street. I will skip another text wall for now. Why do we create CuteSweetPopCoin? Well, through my 12 years long academic journey obtaining a double major in music composition and computer science, I noticed the fragility of freedom of expression, dealing with theater culture, cancel culture, and discouragements from narrow-minded people. I have heard about similar situations from those kind-hearted professors who helped me navigate those difficulties and who happened to have similar experiences themselves. With the help of my therapist, good professors, and nice people from a data science cohort, I successfully completed my final college year. Now what? The more cohorts, especially during a summer cohort of 2025, or workshops I attend, the more I realize the ongoing music, art, and tech culture is filled with superficiality, performative professionalism, superficial tolerance, aggressive modernism, and a disregard for history, thought processes, and personal emotion. My latest research was about music and emotion, inspired by my favorite Music 103 class professor, Professor J. I will stop here for now. The creation of CuteSweetPopCoin and the birth of our Whimsical Universe symbolize the resiliency of our mental wealths. This token is not about real-world materialistic value, though we need to follow certain regulations or give it a symbolistic value in the near future through LP. The real value lies in cultural, emotional, and innovation resiliency. We will not yield to any dictatorship, and we will build our whimsical universe harder. This is not a decentralized nor centralized universe, but a polycentric, whimsical hideout for resilient people, whether you are into classical or avant-garde. Avant-nomenlos is the term we use to distinguish genuine, outlandish innovators from avant-trends-garde superficial universalists. Our universe is powered up by my personal insanity, and I don't compose, draw, nor code for others, but if anyone else feels the same, they can come to our universe for a life retreat that they can come and leave without pressure. That's enough for this initial manifesto. Remember, this token is not about real-world materialistic value, but the real value lies in resiliency, and the conceptual value is long-term and will only disappear if I die, and my sympathizers and haters all forget about me. Until then, CuteSweetPopCoin will have an indestructible value that shines unapologetically in everyone's night sky. Let's sell our unsellable candies to CuteSweetPopCoin, and the cat will drop CuteSweetPopCoin as a token of recognition of your resiliency. Technical and regulatory statements. CSPC is a fixed supply ERC-20 token. CSPC is not an investment, security, or financial product. CSPC makes no promise of profit, yield, appreciation, or dividends. What CSPC can do: represent symbolic participation and recognition, be transferred freely by holders, be used in artistic, experimental, educational, and cultural systems. What CSPC cannot do: it does not represent ownership, equity, or debt. It does not grant governance rights by itself. Design constraints, intentional and permanent. No ownable, no pausable, no upgradable proxies, no role-based access control, no governance hooks, no vesting logic, no blacklists or whitelists. Anti-financial spam notice. CSPC is not marketed as a financial product. Any third-party claims of investment value, profit, or guarantees are false and unaffiliated. CSPC is provided as is, without warranty. Users are responsible for verifying the canonical deployment address. Barn News and Taka.